White Forest, an organization called White Forest, filed a copyright claims on behalf of Keffals against Kiwi Farms. Okay.
What?
This was during when she was like saying she's suing the police and then being like, actually guys, I'm not suing the police.
Maybe someone did it as a troll to try and make it look like Keffals was scared of Kiwi Farms to that level to try and take stuff.
Yeah, they literally filed a legit complaint to the government under a fake well, as a company, they like just impersonated company, right, against Joshua Moon. Yeah. Isn't that interesting? Hey, what's up? Hey, so I got a question. What is White Forest?
Oh, fuck. Dude, WillyMac, sorry. I got confused for a second.
Oh, all good.
You know I'm live.
Oh, are you live?
Yeah.
I did not know.
Okay.
Ooh, all right, your stream's getting some dirty deeds then on the video. That's okay. Let's keep going. What is White Forest?
Okay. White Forest is it's a website that was set up by WHITENERVOSA. Now there was some controversy when it was first set up because it was a fork of Destiny's website, or DGG, right? Now it was supposed to be an open source project, and this WHITENERVOSA person took the code and monetized it, which at the time caused drama and pissed off a guy called Cake, who was like Destiny's developer guy. Now that is kind of long resolved, but there's always still a bit of a bad taste in the mouth over that series of events that happened, right? And now it's kind of developed into this, I guess, a cooperative business model. And WHITENERVOSA is at the top. And I think Vosh quite substantially supports WHITENERVOSA. And a lot of lefty streamers use WHITENERVOSA for their website. So like, you know, Xanderhall uses it, Vosh uses it for the, you know, the sort of the chat and whatnot. You know what I'm talking about when I say the .gg website, right?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, great. So a lot of lefties use it. And there's been times where there's been, like WHITENERVOSA, for example, has used their power running a website to do something. So Rosewrist wrote part of the Keffals Manifesto for Destiny. And because WHITENERVOSA claimed they weren't using the website anyway, they unilaterally decided to take the website away because of that action that Rosewrist engaged in. And there was another drama where Xanderhall...
Sir, this is Kenzie, you're saying? Is Kenzie the owner of the thing?
No, WHITENERVOSA.
Okay.
Who's Kenzie?
I thought you said Kenzie, my bad.
Okay, no. Sorry, I'm trying to think of all the shit to say about it. But
so here's what I got a question for.
Sorry, go on. Yeah, sure.
I'm doing this Keffals thing. Yeah. And White Forest, an organization called White Forest, filed a copyright claims on behalf of Keffals against Kiwi Farms. Okay.
What?
This was during when she was like saying she's suing the police and then being like, actually guys, I'm not suing the police, right? She was doing that whole thing.
Yeah.
And basically the file it's literally White Forest versus lolcow is what the file is actually named. And it was for Kiwi Farms posting Keffals' video asking for money on the GoFundMe because they uploaded the video as a whole. And the argument was that Kiwi Farm should lose their safe harbor privileges, essentially is what it's arguing for, because they aren't doing what they're supposed to prevent copyright. Now, they filed the paperwork wrong. So the copyright board gave them until the 28th of November to get back to them.
Right.
And Keffals is set, like, not Keffals, but White Forest never did. They never got back to them. So then the case closed. So I was just kind of confused about like whether this is a law firm or how they're filing on behalf of her.
Okay, sorry, I went into a big diatribe with all the different dramas. I kind of spouted off a bit there. Yeah, so White Forest is just the website, the Keffals.gg website. It doesn't. I wouldn't have thought it would own the content though, because that would be Keffals that owns the content, right?
Well, according to this is like suing. No, this is like suing on behalf. So I mean, I have no fucking clue, dude.
This is crazy. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. And then Keffals at the time, she went on Nick's stream and basically said, like, denied that this happened. She's like, actually, no, I don't know anything about a lawsuit like that. But if my content's on their site and it's it's infringing on my copyright, well, then, and she kind of did one of those like, well, and well, it's all public information, so you could see like it's done on her behalf, if not done outright by her.
Okay, is this public information then?
Yeah, this is all public.
No, but I mean, is this widely known about amongst the people that talk about this stuff normally?
So I don't know about the people who talked about this, because this was in a follow-up Keffals video that I made. Now, granted, I didn't know she would deny this, right? The fact that she denied it was just not on my radar, because how do you deny it? It's public. So, like, I did talk about this in the past, but I think the video only got like 50,000 views.
Oh, was that when all the drama was happening? So maybe it got swallowed up by everything.
Oh, this is just after. This is just after my first video, so I don't know. This is like 2 years ago. So it just was not. I was a smaller creator, right? It just wasn't seen.
That's crazy.
So this is why I'm confused about White Forest. Like, I don't understand.
Yeah, my understanding is literally just a place where you've got the kind of the chat and you can watch the streams and stuff like that. But yeah, that sounds kind of crazy. Maybe it's become more of an MCN, perhaps. Maybe they've done that, but I've not heard anything about that.
Yeah, interesting. And it's literally filed against Joshua Moon. Oh, fuck. Okay. Well, yeah, maybe they're just sending the copyright notice on her behalf and they fucked it up and then they were just like, forget about it. Because later in a Patreon stream that she did that month, she would kind of also be vague, being like, yeah, I don't know who I'm suing. I can't say, but I haven't even started yet. So it's like, fucking what? Like, oh, man. Okay. Well, fair enough. Thank you, Chud.
No, sorry, just a quick question. So do you think this could be used as an argument to say that Keffals needed the money to file this lawsuit or something, maybe?
I think my current argument, and it was back then too, although back then it was still happening, like I didn't have this retrospective view as well, it was she doesn't have any plan for this money. It's very clear she never had any plan for this money. She said it was for suing the police for violating her rights. Then she said, well, I'm working with the police, so I don't know if I'll end up suing them. I want to hold their feet to the fire. And then she goes, well, technically, guys, I never said I was going to sue the police. And that's when I think she was doing the Kiwi Farms filings. And then it becomes, in a private Patreon stream, it becomes, well, I haven't even started yet.
Right.
And I think by the time she said she hadn't even started yet, that was when she was, in retrospect, on drugs and all that shit. Because he uploaded a stream. Like, I called her drunk back then, but she was just, like, strung out, I guess.
Dude, it sounds like you dug up a lot of juicy details that maybe people don't know. Hey?
Well, it's like, so a large part of this video is like recapping my old videos and then adding in all the new shit to make it make more sense. For instance, like,
right.
You've seen her stream where she came back and went over like her court filing with the Human Rights Tribunal, or no?
I have never actually seen that before, no.
Yeah, so this is another private Patreon stream that I just ended up getting like a couple days ago. Dude, it's such a fucking rabbit hole. I can't explain it all now. You'll just have to watch the fucking video.
Okay, sorry. I don't mean to. Yeah,
but,
I understand.
No, I'm not yelling at you, but I'm just realizing how much fucking info this is, and this probably makes no sense to your chat.
No, sure.
But it's basically just I'm trying to just clear up a bunch of that shit and add a retrospect, and then there's more information and investigation going on over the next couple days with like Muda, who's doing some really, really fucking cool work on this.
Wow.
So that's kind of it.
Okay, so
thank you for the white front stuff.
No. I'm sorry that I kind of splurged that a bit. I was just like, it was a bit of a brain blast of what is even going on. Okay, this is what I know about it. So
yeah.
Okay, and just one more question I wanted to ask you. I mean, how do you think Keffals should be worried? Let's put it that way.
Like legally is what you're asking?
Legally or public perception?
I don't. It's hard to tell right now because it's like there's just some questions that need to be answered that I will over this next week. And and that would kind of determine it. I think at the very least, it's clear that she didn't have a plan and she hasn't been upfront with this money. And a lot of this money was probably spent in ways that maybe aren't illegal, but probably weren't. Like, there's just, for instance, when she goes ahead and she got like addicted to all this drugs and went to rehab and all this shit, it's like to some degree, and she's like moving and she's buying all the streaming gear and all this shit. To some degree, like, there's a good chance that was some GoFundMe money.
Yeah.
Right? Like, she literally said, like, at one point, I don't know. Like, basically, there's a lot of criticism there, is what I would say. I'm not willing to quite make that jump yet until we get more information. And we will get that information. That information will eventually come out. But I wouldn't, I would say no on the legal front at the moment.
Okay, interesting. Okay, well, listen, I'll let you go on. Thanks for coming on. I appreciate it, okay?
Yep, deuces.
Okay, catch you later, bye. Dude, that was so random. I was just like, I was asked about it. I thought, oh, here's all the information about White Nervosa. And it was clearly not really what he was looking for. So, retard moment. Retard logic. Oh, yeah, by the way, I know that the rose wrist thing, I misspoke. Listen, guys, I think that was a pretty good retelling of the situation off the top of my head, randomly. And the only thing I got wrong is that Rose Wrist proofread didn't actually write it. I'm pretty happy with that. Law blast. That was a law blast. So I'm just getting a call.
Hello.
Willie Mac, hello. Just to confirm I'm live.
That's fine.
Okay.
Crazy update on that whole Kiwi Farms copyright claim thing.
Okay.
So this is shit that's like did not make sense to me, because it's a legitimate filing to the Copyright Complaints Board, right?
Okay.
And it's filed under White Forest, where it's like, just looking through their website, they just don't seem like they would sue on behalf of fucking anyone, or like file a claim on behalf of anyone, right?
Okay.
And so I just said screw it and tried to reach out to the person that said they were representing them.
Yeah.
And they were in no way affiliated with anything. Huh? So it's like, that was literally, so that's literally a fake claim filed by quote unquote the website Zero people, probably, to try and make it look like there was a real claim filed against Keffals, or Keffals was filing a claim.
Oh, so Keffals had nothing to do with it then?
Yeah, probably nothing to do with it. How insane is that?
Damn, that's insane. Okay.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking so confusing.
Maybe someone did it as a troll to try and make it look like Keffals was scared of Kiwi Farms to that level, to try and take stuff down.
Yeah, they literally filed a legit complaint to the government under a fake as a company, they like just impersonated a company, right, against Joshua Moon. Yeah. Isn't that interesting?
No, that is interesting. Yeah. So that would explain, maybe someone thought that White Forest would do it because of the website, but they've got nothing to do with it because they're not anything but a website.
Yeah. The conundrum I was running into was like, who the fuck are these White Forest people? That's why I was like calling you, like, Jesus Christ, like, this just doesn't quite connect with me. And then it's like Vosh's name is all over their website, where it's like, why would Vosh give a fuck?
Yeah, all it is, I think Vosh was the first person to have a website from them, and I think they've gone on to support them quite substantially as they've grown, Yeah,
okay, so they aren't even like really that backed by him then. Yeah, so it was just such a fucking rabbit hole, dude, where it was like it's very insane how like, what's the word? How like dirty this whole like situation gets.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Because everyone's acting so maliciously.
Yeah, it is very malicious. I mean, Keffals was exceptionally malicious as you well know from a few years ago. But I think now it feels like the Keffals is more defensive because they've got people coming after them. They've got the Mutar video, your video coming out too, so they're probably running scared a bit, I'd say.
Yeah, why do you think she deleted all of her videos and then like just came back to the?
I think she's just panicked and doesn't know what to do. I think that's my best guess. there was a clip of her streaming after she'd done it, and she was like, just sat there kind of like, oh, well, you know, it sounded very beaten and, you know, downtrodden in what was going on. So I just think that they genuinely have got no idea how to handle this. Because obviously previously it's been like, oh no, you know, Kiwi Farms is coming after me and they're bad. But like Mutahar isn't like a bad guy that you can kind of criticize like that. So it's like, how do you deal with it when someone who's a bit more neutral coming towards you? Well, you know, I don't know. You just
Well,
panic.
especially with Muta like coming off like such hardcore, like such high credibility dramas with like the Completionist and Mama Max.
Yeah, the Completionist thing particularly, I think, is probably troubling because, you know, Mutahar demonstrated he's quite able to like look at that kind of thing and point stuff out. So, you know, took down the Completionist for a charity fraud. Keffals, I think, arguably maybe.
Do you think there's like the one thing like that? The one question I have that will probably never get answered is I wonder if she kept like the fund in like a different account or if she just mixed it all with her fucking shit.
Yeah, I mean, if I had to guess, it probably all got mixed in together. I would say,
yeah, because I don't understand. It'd be so easy for her to like exonerate any of these claims that have been coming at her for over almost 2 years. By the way, is if she just posted like statements of what's being paid. Like H3 came forward and he's like, "Look, here's how our expenses to the lawyers for a month."
Yeah, no, exactly. That's exactly correct. And that's why I think it's so obvious that they don't have a case to bring forward, because otherwise you just would. Anyone that's coming after Keffals for misappropriating the money would look stupid if she came forward and said, well, here's all the documents, you idiots. But she never has.
Wasn't there like a like an accusation about that with a YouTuber on Twitter just like a month or so ago? I forget his name. Maybe it was related to Max or something, but Nick Diorio, like after he was questioned, that guy went. He was questioned by D-Max, like just like a smaller commentary guy.
Yes.
And then he just responded, being like, "Oh, look, here's the payment. All the money's here." It's like that's all you need to do, dude, and it's over. Like it's that simple.
Yeah, no. Well, I think D-Max got criticized for that, but actually, Magnetite.
Well, whatever. If D-Max, the point is, if you throw out the accusation, it's so easy to disprove.
Right, yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, if you can show,
that's the point I'm making.
Here's the money in the account. It's sat there, ready to go. There you go. Yeah, exactly.
Or just I don't know. It's so. There's such a lack of information. It's shocking.
So what? Yeah, and I mean, I guess an interesting thing is like, do you think that Keffals has taken action to try and hide this in some way too?
So she's, ooh. This is the part that's tough because it's like it really all depends, and the extreme on like this certain situation can lean all the way into like, you know, like depending on literally one situation that's going on and we will not know the answer for until probably this next week. It would be the difference of her like full on committing fraud and lying to everybody, and her legitimately going through the system with like, yeah, maybe the lawsuit fucking sucks, but at least she filed it and she is going through with it. Like she might not win, but it's there's nothing illegal. She actually did go through. Yeah. So it depends. Like it could literally be those two different extremes. And I'd like to think that, you know, most people aren't probably so evil they would full on steal the money, because like that's like illegal shit, right?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, that would be an extreme thing to do.
Yeah, it would be such a heavy allegations to say that, and the thing is, we can figure that out. You just gotta wait like another week.
Yeah, sure. I mean, you know, I think that like maybe there was some good intention somewhere. That's possible. I don't think it was like, I'm just going to scam my audience of 100K.
Yeah, I don't think there's like I would find that unlikely, that like it was just, it's so malicious, like nothing, like she's been lying to everybody as recently as February.
Yeah, it's probably more just like getting the money, and then it's like, if you've got a drug problem, you know, you're probably not going to be a particularly good accountant with 100K, are you? So probably just frick it away.
Oh, dude, there's zero shot. Oh, fuck.
Good stuff. Wow.
All right. Well, I guess that's kind of it. I wanted to update you since you're the last guy I talked to, and you seem like you actually know what the fuck White Forest is, because again, it was very confusing to me.
No worries, mate. Anytime, okay?
All right, take it easy, man. Bye.
You too. Catch you later, bye.